Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, good morning. Welcome to another Market Open stream. And today, I want to talk about go time for both Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the entire crypto space. Things are definitely looking much better this week after the big inflation number that was released in the US, but there's a lot more to come. So, let's discuss what's coming. Smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell to get notified of all my streams. Follow me on social media and check out all of my channels. Good morning, guys. Welcome. Today's, oops, a little too early for that. Maybe towards the end. Yeah, it's looking pretty good, guys. Good morning. I'm streaming a little bit early. So we have 12 minutes before the market bell rings, and I have my bell, the best bell in the industry, ready. But right now, futures market looks pretty good. Green, 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 and more green. We don't want the last green. We don't want oil to be going up, but Dow, NASDAQ, S&P are all doing fantastic this morning. Bitcoin also climbed a little bit higher, almost touched 25,000. Some of the short-term indicators do indicate that Bitcoin is a little bit overbought, but overall, it is definitely trending up. And not only Bitcoin, but Ethereum broke 1,900 again, and the entire market cap went up about 5%. So today is looking like a fantastic day, and basically it's go time. It's go time. All right, so what else happened today? Well, as for inflation, obviously we had big inflation numbers come out in the U.S. Something else that is measuring inflation that is going in the right direction, wholesale inflation fell by 0.5% in July. That's a big drop. And the producer's price index, well, I think that is, they're both kind of related. But anyways, what this is showing is energy definitely has a big effect on many things, especially inflation. And with energy coming down, meaning oil coming down, gasoline coming down, diesel coming down, a lot of things coming down, well, it's definitely helping. And then for those of us in the U.S., the national average for a gallon of gas drops below $4. That seems really low. Where I am is still kind of like mid fours, like 440, 450, not below 4. That seems, as a national average, that seems really low. But again, which is why I thought inflation or CPI data would come down, because gasoline is coming down, oil is coming down. It kind of makes sense, right? But will it continue? Will it keep going down? Well, so far, so good. Of course, there's unexpected things that can happen. But right now, it's good. It's good. All right, what else is going on today? Well, more good stuff. UK. A lot of people have been asking about UK. What's going on in UK? Like, you know, how do you feel about UK's financial woes? Like, I can't really answer that. UK seems to be a whole other, you know, a whole other country that I don't know too much about, but many people are complaining about the UK. But this is good. The bank, Revolut, has opened up their crypto course. It's an educational course. I don't know what that means exactly, an online course or what, but according to this, they attracted 1.5 million people from the UK in its first month alone. Shows you the appetite, the hunger people have for Bitcoin and crypto, right? That's only his first month in one country, right? Keep in mind, there's 8 billion people on planet Earth. Now, I don't expect every person to get into Bitcoin and crypto, but it's still very early. So that's obviously a good thing. Of course, we have other big banks involved, financial institutions involved. BlackRock recently got involved. Whether that's good or bad, it's going to bring a lot of money in, that's for sure. But, you know, it's only the beginning. Hut8 reports their Q2 earnings. They are one of the bigger Bitcoin mining companies out there. It's pronounced Revolut. Is that what? Is this like a French name? I guess that's right. Yeah. Revolut. That sounds French, but somehow it's a UK-based bank. Or maybe that is English, and I just think it's weird. But anyways, Hut8 reported their Q2 earnings. Strong earnings, but what I really care about is this. They increased their Bitcoin holdings by 14.6%. So now they hold 7,406 Bitcoin. So this is what I've been telling you guys. The miners, especially the ones in North America, they're not selling. They just keep increasing. Whatever they mine, they just hold. They hold them. This is the greatest asset in the world, and why would we want to sell it now, right? Just imagine people that have shared stories about selling Bitcoin when it was like $10 or $20 or $100, right? It goes the same for the miners who have arguably sold the most over the years, right? Imagine those miners not selling anything. They would all be in billions. They would hold on billions upon billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin now, had they not sold any. And that's the new strategy. None of them want to sell. Not really, unless they're forced to. But right now, none of them really want to sell. So that's also fantastic. As we move forward, less and less Bitcoin will be flowing out into the market, right? So there's that. And then I guess this is not good news. I don't know how many of you guys use Hotbit. I have heard of this exchange before, but never used it myself. But authorities free some funds because one of the ex-managers was involved with some illegal activities or suspected of violating something. So the authorities came in and froze some of the accounts. So Hotbit overall suspended withdrawals, right? So still a lot of fear going on right now, right? So again, I've been restating this over and over and over and over and over again. It's never a bad time to be safeguarding your own crypto. It's never a bad time to learn how to use a hardware wallet like a Ledger or a non-custodian wallet like a Trust wallet, right? It's never a bad time to learn it and put some crypto on there so you don't have everything on exchange in case something like this happens, right? Even though someone like Coinbase or Binance or FTX, they're not going to go under, but you don't know what may happen. You know, you could get suspended, you could get kicked out, you know. Things could be frozen. So just be careful. Just safeguard your own crypto. Why not, right? At least some of it. You don't have to do all of it, but some of it. All right, so there's that. So that's not good. What else is there? Well, of course, there's a lot of other great things. Ethereum, I mentioned this about Ethereum yesterday. Their testnet merge go early. I think it's a play on word, go early. I think, or it could be something else, but that merge was successful, very successful, which means it's definitely go time for Ethereum. September 19th, that is the date when the merge on the main chain will happen. The beacon chain and the main chain will merge, and Ethereum will move to proof of stake. Big, big, big date. We've been waiting for this pretty much for 2 years. It's been delayed since maybe even longer. It's been talked about since like 2018, 2019, 2020. So I don't know how long we've been waiting for, but it's finally here, and it will be big. And this is why so many people are stacking Ether right now, and why it is going up and closing in at 2,000 and could be over 2,000 by this weekend if things continue forward. So that's absolutely huge for Ethereum. And some of the metrics around Ethereum, like for example, how much Ether is in the beacon chain right now, right? A lot. 13.3 million Ether is locked in to the beacon chain, and that is an all-time high. So there's many not only buying ETH, but also just staking it because they're like, why not? Let's make some yield while we're holding, right? And interesting enough, the percentage of addresses in profit have just reached a 1 month high up to close to like 60%. So Ethereum definitely has been recovering really quickly. So more than half the people are still in profit holding Ethereum, right? And if you've been holding for more than, say, 1 year, well, you're definitely in a profit because just think about where Ethereum was back in 2020 and 2021, still very low, right? So now it's coming back up, and that's, of course, a really good thing. All right, so that's Ethereum. What about Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin is still doing just fine. Just fine. Nothing has changed. Here's the metric for Bitcoin. The number of exchange deposits, pretty much, I don't know about all-time low, but 2-year low. Right now, no one is depositing Bitcoin to sell. This would be a silly time to do so, right? So obviously we had some up and downs, but right now things are really, really low because no one wants to sell Bitcoin. And why would you when Bitcoin has just broken out on its its current price, right? Like this wedge also is broken out of the RSI trend line, right? So it's breaking out on many things, right? So why would you want to sell now? It doesn't make sense, right? And of course, people are still wondering, even though fear level is less, we're still not at fear level. There's still a lot of people sitting on the sidelines wondering if this is still a bull trap, wondering if the economy is going to get worse and drag things lower, right? But while some people are waiting, sitting on the sidelines, many are buying in, and that is why we are bouncing off of our low of 17K and we're going higher. And according to Stock Money Lizard, the real interesting point will be at this 61.8 Fibonacci level, and that's right around 29,000. That's the level I've been telling you guys about, right? That will be the interesting kind of like level. Once we get back there, we're not far off from 30,000, and can we move on from there and build up and possibly hit 40,000 by the end of the year? Quite possibly. I'm looking forward to it. All right, 8:30. Oh, I got to read it one more time. People tune in just to hear me ring that bell because it is the best bell in the industry. All right, so that's Bitcoin. It's definitely moving upwards, definitely interesting, and it's going to get more interesting. All right, I don't know if this refreshed. Market just opened. Let's go to Market Watch. Market Watch always goes really fast. 216 right now. NASDAQ 85. Slightly up, less than a percentage. Let's see what happens. Gold. I didn't even pay attention to gold. Gold has not been doing well. Not only has Peter Schiff not been doing well at his bank, but look at gold, 1,800. Gold has not, this narrative or thesis about gold being a hedge against inflation is absolutely not true. It just, in 6 months, 6 months, Bitcoin went down to, let's just say 3 years. Let's do all. I mean, it's at the same point right now as over here and back in 2011. So, for 11 years, gold just has not moved. I mean, it recovered back to where it was, but still, for 11 years, gold has not been a good hedge against inflation. That's for sure. All right, let's do some Q&A. Bitcoin is still at 24.6. That's fantastic. And Ethereum is still above 1,900. Can it hit 2,000 even today? Quite possibly. That'd be exciting to be above 2,000 again for Ethereum. Bitcoin being above 25,000 would be good. We haven't seen 25,000 in a long time, months. And overall today, some good movers. Good movers. Ethereum Classic is gaining strength. think a lot of people think the miners are going to move to Ethereum Classic. Maybe. But they've been gaining strength. And a lot of DeFi projects have been gaining strength. So that's good. That's good. All right, let's do some Q&A. Let's see. Arfan, Georgia, the goats of goats. Thank you. Appreciate it. Mashinsky should be sitting in a courtroom. He is, isn't he? I know the bankruptcy hearing, somehow Ripple is interested in buying Celsius assets. That's kind of interesting. I don't know why Ripple wants it unless they just think they could get it for a big discount, but that's kind of weird. No, I did not spend any time on Proton and Meta Ilikis or something like that. No. Vet just signed a partnership with Orion 1. Things are getting hot. I'm glad to see Vet make moves. I mean, they really didn't concentrate on a lot of like projects from the West. They were really concentrating on the East. Right now, they're making big strides with many other projects in DeFi, and that's what I want to see. $19 Celsius employees apparently getting $400K severance on top of their 30-month salary. How is this still legal? Well, they're well paid, I guess. That's why I made fun of them recently, where I did not make fun of them. I mean, I picked on them. How Celsius was trying to bring back their ex-CFO, and they wanted to pay him like $30,000 or $40,000 a month just to come back. I'm like, you probably don't need a CFO right now while you're in bankruptcy hearing, right? So, yeah. Did I see Prey yet? Yes, I did. In fact, I created a Reacts video on my Reacts channel. It's like a movie review, right? But I do react to it. I actually do. I did enjoy it, so I will post that video tonight, or actually this afternoon. So look forward to that on the Reacts channel. Crypto is like a digital version of gold, silver, and copper. That is correct, except I would say just go with gold, which is Bitcoin. Have you played any of the Lego video games, Batman, Indiana Jones? I bought an Avengers one for my kids, but they never really got into it. I don't know. My kids are weird. They only like to play like certain type of games like Fortnite and Minecraft and Roblox. That's it. Those three. Everything else, not so much. Now they're like, I downloaded Diablo 2 for them. They have no interest. You know, a lot of the Xbox games, they have no interest. I guess it's just their age. Should I swap my Polygon for more ETH? It depends. I like Polygon. They're one of my favorites. I recently just covered them. I had a dedicated video on Polygon. So I think they have great potential, but it really depends. If you don't have any ETH, well, maybe. I think ETH is going to go places. After moving the proof of stake, it's going to be pretty big for them. I did not drive the GV80 or GV70, or did you mean G70? I did just get a Genesis GV60 though, which is based off the Ioniq 5, and it's pure EV. It actually looks really good. I just did get that. I didn't review it yet, but that'll be the next video for drivers only. Get your kids on StarCraft, greatest game ever. I agree with that. I don't have time anymore, but I used to love watching StarCraft 2 tournaments still. But my favorite guy, Searle, he kind of started sucking now. So that sucks because over the last 3 years he was so dominant, and then now he just started sucking. But I agree, I like StarCraft too. I never got into. I was never any good at it. I like playing it, but I can't get into all the keystrokes and all the the F keys and stuff. Like those guys, man, they're just too good. Lyle, what's a day for you? What's a day like for you for streaming? I don't know. After this stream, I got some time to myself until tonight. Although sometimes if I have to review a card, then I have to go prepare for that. It takes me about 2 hours, 3 hours to review a card. Sometimes I have to review, make a video for my Reacts channel, right? Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what my day is like. Sometimes I need extra time for my other videos. Sometimes I don't, and I just have more time to myself. Do I like Illuvium? I did. They seem like they have a lot of promise, but their game is still not out. People are giving up hope. They promised their game of theirs for a while now. It looked like a really good game, at least from the trailers and the pictures, but it's not out, so I don't know. Did I ever indulge in BNB? Yeah. I have a lot of BNB. And I got in BNB, pretty early. I remember the first run up they had was, I think it was like $1 to $20, right? So I picked up some BNB very early when it was under 10. But I didn't keep all of it. One of the mistakes I keep telling you guys about is trying to outsmart the market. So from 2017 till 2021, trying to make a lot of moves, right? But I picked up a lot of crypto very early, right? So that's why I've said I've been through worse in terms of this downtrend. Maybe we didn't have something that lasted as long as this in terms of consecutive down months, but in terms of the price of crypto, the overall market cap especially, it's 10 times bigger than where it was. A lot of people that have stayed with me over the years and ones that are still on Patreon with me, they remember when the crypto market cap fell to like 100 billion, right? It was a point that we thought would never happen, but I think it fell to a low of like 118 billion. So you think about that. That's exactly 10 times less than now. And that was just a few years ago. That was like 2020 or 2018, 2019, right? So, yeah, despite what we've been through, the market is much stronger now than before. If inflation is going down, why are eggs $5 a dozen? I don't know where you're getting your eggs from because I don't pay $5 for a dozen of eggs. Maybe like $1.50. So unless you're buying like free range, chicken eggs at Whole Foods, it's not $5. And then again, I don't know if you're in the US. Start back up Wednesday, DCA. Chaz, you must not be tuning in any Wednesday streams because yesterday was streaming. I was streaming last night. Yesterday was Wednesday, and yesterday I was DCAing. So, Chaz, you need to just start watching Wednesday shows. RuneScape. I don't even know what game that is. Is that like Myst? Like the real old game Myst where you're just like walking around and exploring? Bitcoin is still coming up. I did see 15 minutes is coming down a little bit. 1 hour is okay. 4 hours is a little high, but we could definitely continue forward. And day, definitely plenty of room to grow. See, this is a big gap right here, right? You could obviously see we fell down from 28.6 down really, really quickly. So we get some more short squeezes. We get some more FOMO. You know, we could do an instant right back up to between this range, 30,000 and 28.6, and we could build here within this range. That would be fantastic. Then we could build up from there and go back to the 40s. But we need a little bit more push, more short squeezes to get us up there. Then things will get much more exciting. I have the new Halo game. It looks great, but it gives me a real headache. So I can't play that. And my kids, I think they started playing it a little bit, but $2K ETH today is certainly can happen. Why does CNBC not update its thing? Market Watch. Yeah, NASDAQ up a little bit. I think people are still kind of wary. But overall, energy is coming down. Inflation's coming down. Good time. Oregon Trail. Man, I remember Oregon Trail when I was in middle school. Man, that's the game I would play. Oregon Trail nonstop. I used to love that game. And then they put it on the TI calculators. I remember I had like a TI-83, a TI-86, the first gen, not like the Gen 10s that they have now. I used to be a master at Tetris on the TI calculators. And I remember Oregon Trail and whatever else, other games. Elliott trades. Oh. Someone says Elliott trades is holding his cash for another downturn. Hey, there's nothing wrong, Charlie, to hold some cash. I still have a significant amount of cash. It doesn't mean, Alex, welcome. It doesn't mean that you have to go all in. Just because we have a reversal doesn't mean that, again, no one knows exact bottom or top, right? So everyone is trying to like find that exact point at bottom to go all in. No, you don't do that. Just continue to DCA. Still hold on to that cash pile, 20, 25, 30%, right? But if you have extra cash, then you can put into the market. I would say it's much safer now while Bitcoin is below 30,000 than buying when Bitcoin is above 30,000, right? So we're definitely much closer to bottom than we are to top. So it doesn't mean that you have to like hold everything. If you hold all cash, then you may miss out on one of the greatest recoveries we have ever seen. So you don't want to do that either, but you don't want to go all in just in case if things don't go down again, then you don't have any money to buy back in, right? So you just play it safe. Don't be so aggressive either way. What? Michael, I have no idea who you're talking about. Best ICE hybrid small SUV that runs on regular gas. You're talking about plug-in hybrids? I haven't reviewed that many plug-in hybrids. So, and I don't remember off the top of my head, but I guess like RAV4 Prime would be a pretty good one if you could find one. RAV4 Prime, a little bit on the expensive side. You're looking at like low 40s to mid 40s, but I remember that was a pretty good drive. Overall, RAV4, you can't go wrong with it. There's many others I can't seem to remember right now in terms of like a small SUV. I ordered a BMW i4. What do you think? I don't know. i3 gave me a really bad impression of BMWs, but their new not the i4. I haven't seen the i4, but their new bigger like X5 one. I think it's called i5 or some weird name like that. I don't think it looks particularly well, but Car and Driver gave it a really high ratings. I have not driven that yet, so I can't comment on i4. I haven't driven it. Overall, I would say this. BMWs do drive the best. Especially if you're looking at Europeans. BMWs drive the best. Audis look the best. And Mercedes cost the most. Has the better brand recognition. So if you're rating the Germans, that's how it would go. And the Japanese, they don't. Lexuses just don't. They just don't compare, but they have the best reliability. So I think that's a pretty obvious and pretty a given. Cayenne, congratulations. I don't like Porsche's front end. I love Porsche or Porsche, however you want to pronounce it. Their back ends are fantastic. I love the back end of all Porsches, especially like their new GT3, 911s, right? Even the Cayennes. The Caymans, their back end looks amazing. But the front end, it's too soft for me. I really want them to go edgier and more aggressive on the front end because it's just like this weird round shape to the front end. It's just not for me. Waited 5 months for a delivery. That's a long time. I'm still waiting on my card too. All right, guys, I'll let you go. Overall, things are looking good. Bitcoin trying to break to 25 and beyond. Ethereum is trying to break to 2,000, right? We are definitely in recovery mode, and more goodness is about to come. It's go time. It's go time, all right? Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And make sure you check out my reacts video to the movie Prey, which will be on my reacts channel. All right, have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.